Welcome to Big Universe. This website is an e-library for students to use at home or at school. Not only does it have a library of pre-made books, it also allows students to make and share books that they've created on their own. It also allows teachers to assign books to students, and some of them have quizzes associated with them to use as a grade. So let's log in to get started. The sign-in link is in the top right corner. For Lawrence Township members, the username is going to be your first and last name, and the sub-account is going to be MSDLT. Click Sign In. This will take you to the home page. Now let's do some housekeeping first. I can change my avatar by clicking this link over here. Teachers and students can choose from all these avatars as their persona in Big Universe. So I'll choose the fish at the very bottom. If I click on Manage up in the top corner, here is where I can change all my things. I can update my profile. I can change the background of how my page looks. The other things in the account management section include viewing books, quizzes, reading logs, and published books that students have created. There's also a letter for parents that you can send home to explain how they can use Big Universe at home with their child. In My Stuff, you can read things that you have read, including the quizzes that you've taken and your log that you've read, so it keeps track of all the books that you've read in Big Universe. If we click on the Read tab across the top in yellow, here's where students and teachers alike can search for books. There's quite a few different criteria on the right side, including reading levels, years and categories, and publishers. In the reading level section, students will probably use this most often to find books tailored to their level, whether it's a DRA or a Lexile level. And the levels go all the way up to 60E and letter Z, while Lexile tops out at $13.99. In categories, they can search different genres of books, including action and adventure, all the way down to transportation. Big Universe also offers books that are bilingual or in other languages. And not only can you search by academic subjects on the right side, you can also use one of the tabs across the top. And finally, you can search by publishers with quizzes and other sections of books. So let's search for a book and see what it looks like in Big Universe. I'm going to search by a reading level. Let's say DRA 4. It will search for all the books that fit that category, and I can click on any of these links here in this page. Let's click on the first book. This takes me to the welcome page for the book, and where I can read now, take the quiz, or add it to my bookshelf. And it gives a short description of what the book is like. Let's click Read Now. Within a few moments, the book will open on your page, and it will show you how many pages are in the book. I can either click the arrows at the bottom to navigate through the book, or click the page on the book and swipe like I would in real life. Big Universe offers the colorful pictures that replicate what the experience would be like reading the book if it was in their hands. There's also zoom in features, so if you want to zoom into a particular part of the page and scroll around to see the details, you can. The full screen mode will give you the entire page for the book. You can also add bookmarks to each page if you would like to come back to it later. And when you finish reading the book, you may close it. So if a student liked this book, they could add it to their bookshelf, which creates a little library for themselves that is hosted within Big Universe. And they can always click the Home button to go back and see their bookshelf. In this way, students can custom make their own libraries within Big Universe. So let's search a book by a subject area. I can either click the Social Studies tab up here, or I could search by categories and subject areas on this side. Let's click on Why Elections Are Important. It'll tell me the level of the book, this short description about it, and what other books might be interesting to me. And so here's my book. Now let's say I've read that book and I'd like to take the quiz. Big Universe has quizzes for many books where I can answer all the questions. In this particular question, I was dragging the years and attaching it to the answer here. I can go on to the next question. This is a sped up version of me taking one of the quizzes. Lots of the answers are draggable options. Some have more than one options correct, and some have single answer. Some of them have visual aids that you can enlarge to see detail to answer the question. And most quizzes have about 10 questions total. At the end of the quiz, it'll tell you your score versus how much was possible. On the quiz report, it'll show you a little more detail about the quiz, including what subject area the student is taking quizzes in and what their average score is among them. And you can also see what the quiz was and the date that it was taken. Students can also share books with other people within Big Universe, so there's sort of a social media component. If you click on Share in the top, you can see that there's lots of activity in the community and quite a few books created by members. If you search for a name, you can find another user, especially in the Lawrence Township District. This will take you to this person's page. You can add a member as a friend, and you can also send them a message. Now note that students have no ability to free text in Big Universe. Their only options are these pre-made statuses. So if we add Melanie to my friends list, and we go back to the home section, I now have a tab that says Friends. And when I click on it, her avatar appears. A good way to promote reading within your class is to have students share books that they have read. So on my homepage, I have my bookshelf and I have at least one book in my bookshelf. If I click on Friends, I can click on the friends that I have, and I can see their bookshelf too. This may interest me in reading one of the books that they have read. And lastly, students can create books in Big Universe. So if you click on the right tab at the top, it'll take you to this page. And I encourage you to watch the videos about how to make books and share them with the Big Universe community. And lastly, for teachers, you can assign books to your students. If you click the Read tab across the top and choose a book, you will see an Assign Book option here. And this will take you to a page where you can choose individual students or the entire class. So why would you use Big Universe in your classroom? Here are 4 reasons. The first reason is it greatly expands your library. Not only are your books categorized by rating level, quiz level, and other categories, they're always new and relevant to your students, and they cannot be damaged or stolen. And students can use them in the classroom and at home. Secondly, you can use it in Writer's Workshop. You can open Big Universe on the Promethean board and use a book for a mini lesson example. And during independent reading, students can choose their own books based on their reading level. Thirdly, you can use it during Writer's Workshop. You can open Big Universe on the Promethean board, use it as a mini lesson, and with the Write feature, students can publish what they've created in Writer's Workshop and share with other students in the class. And lastly, you can use it during project work as a resource. So there are books for language arts, science, social studies, and math, and you can use this to supplement your library visitations. And on top of all this, you can use the assigned books and the quiz feature to monitor your students' progress through reading, and you can use this as a grade in any subject area you'd like. So with that said, I encourage you to join Big Universe and see what you can find.